men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior, and you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
Oh, that's okay. I don't care.
Okay, this is Cynthia Ortiz, December 17, 2022. These are the Charles Berry Stalker podcast. We do the disclaimer. Use allegedly. Nobody's been found guilty in a court of law yet. Apply the but-for legal standard. But-for Mr. Perry stalking, harassing, trafficking, exploiting, and peeping on me and hacking me. Felonies all. Harassing me, threatening me, retaliating against me, violating Title 18 of the United States Code 1512, 1513, and all applicable state laws. Violating stalking, harassment, witness tampering, well, that's Title 18. Coercion. Lots of coercion. It's either a threat or a bribe. And trying to make me lie. Trying to make me be trafficked. Trying to make me be his concubine. What a weirdo. What a pussy. What a coward. What a pathetic little weirdo. Sir, you're not wanted. You're not loved. You're told on. You've been rejected for 13 years. I don't like you. No one does. We can get information and you can't. I don't owe you a conversation. I'm talking now. Fuck off. Don't even ask me again. Do not fucking ask me again. So, but for Mr. Perry doing all that, committing one crime after another against me, invading my privacy in the most vulgar, obscene way, Mr. Perry uses my body to have a pretend love life against my will. For that, he's been billed $1,000 a day, plus $2,000 a day for doing it without my consent. He's making a profit off of my body against my will. You're a fat, lazy, perverted turnoff, sir. You're not loved, you're not wanted, you're told on. Every day for a decade. Act like you understand what I just said, delusional. You're very, very delusional. We understand Mr. Perry has Huntington's disease, which causes paranoia and delusion. You're using my body for your pretend love life. I don't like you. You don't have anything real. You have nothing real. You cannot get a grip on reality. Yesterday, we get these guys, they all sat down and had a meeting and decided Cynthia has to leave Oklahoma. And we were like, oh my God, have you seen what she's got? You're delusional. The guy goes, it was like sitting in a fucking nut house, listening to a bunch of crazy people talk. We were embarrassed for them. The guy said a whole lot more, making fun of you, Mr. Perry, that I'm not going to repeat. It was funny as hell. Funny as hell. You are making a buffoon of yourself. How embarrassing for you. I wouldn't walk in a room with you for millions. You embarrass the hell out of me. You're stupid and you're delusional and you're offending and your actions are inappropriate and illegal and you have been told to stop it. Stop. And the more you contact me, the more we get. Ask Lucius. The more you bother me and invade my privacy and threaten me and harass me and bribe me or try to, the more we get. Sir, apply the reasonable, prudent individual standard here. None of that's reasonable or prudent. No normal person does that. It's illegal and because it's deviant. And it's offensive. And that's why you don't see everybody doing what you do. You're a pussy. You're a coward. You're a pathetic monster. You're a rejected failure. And everybody hates your guts. So we can get information and you can't. Everybody's sick of you. You're an imposition and a burden. Everyone is sick of you. So we find out I'm trafficked. And to who? We find out about Lucius and Calvin, who's bald and fat, and Sanjay, your hacker. We find out, sir, yesterday you had a meeting and you all decided I'm not to stay in Oklahoma. Who the fuck are you? This is not Iraq. This is not a third world country. You are a misogynist. And speaking of which, I apply equal protection against your misogyny and gender discrimination, which is as sickening and disgusting as racism. Not tolerated in this modern day society that we live in. We do not tolerate it. And so we found out about your meeting and what you said in it. And one of the individuals that also found out about it said it was like listening to a bunch of delusionals in the nut house. Like they have no fucking idea what's happening. We have quoted them every day for 7 years. What is it they think we're going to do with all that? Ask Lucius. I have his name. Ask Calvin. These people work with you. Calvin is bald and fat. You have not one name of any of our guys. Any of the 40 officers helping me get that information from you to me. And they're pissed. They're really pissed. And these are people with a whole lot of power. They have the power to get information from you and inside your criminal organization and give it to me, like your meeting yesterday. Like your meeting yesterday. And people were making fun of y'all. Those guys are not getting it. You can tell they have no grasp on reality. It was embarrassing to listen to them talk. It was like being in an insane asylum. A bunch of nutbags, ranting about, we were like, oh my God, what in the fuck planet are they on? Planet weirdo. You're stuck there. And you're a pussy and a coward. Deeply hated men. You're not loved, you're not wanted. You're told on, and told on, and told on, and told on. And everybody fucking hates you for what you're doing to me. The reason we got that is everybody's mad I'm still sleeping in my car. Because you owe me money for using my body, $1,000 a day. You are taking things that do not belong to you. In addition, it's called grand larceny with intent to coerce. Interference with contracts and commerce with intent to coerce. There's a shit ton of money owed for that as well. A shit ton. And I'm sleeping in my car while Mr. Perry taunts me. I have everything I need. I'm rich. I made you broke. My guy heard you say it. He sees you type it in my phone every time you do it. Sir, you made phone calls. The best thing I've ever heard in my life. There's a Texas senator who's being investigated for sex trafficking and exploitation and violation of human rights of women and children. It is making people very angry and sick at their stomach. The horror and the terrorization that you have heaped on women and children for decades. So you're told on, right? We found out about your little meeting. She can't stay in Oklahoma, they all decided. Who's they? Who the fuck is they? Was it Lucius? Was it Calvin? Was it Geppetto, the witch? See, I know all these people because people are horrified by what you're putting me through. And Officer Neely, horrified by you, you pussy coward. Horrified. One of the guys said the hardest thing for me to watch him do to her is make her drive to the fucking gas station to pee. He crawls out of his nice cozy bed, waddles like the hobbit that he is to the bathroom in the next room, and then gets back in his cozy bed. And where I come from, a gentleman gives up his chair for a woman. You do not treat women that way, and it's sickening to me to watch him do that to her. So we can get information. The best thing I've ever heard, there's a Texas senator under investigation. He's called everywhere. He's got one of the victims is helping with the investigation. Cynthia Ortiz in Tulsa. She's a woman in Tulsa. And he's called everywhere, trying to find her boss. He wants to go over her head. And no one will call him back because he's a coward and a pussy who thinks it's tough guy to pick on women and kids. Mommy humiliated you. Boo fucking who. We'll get you a tissue. Quit being a pussy coward about it. Act like a man your age. Deal with it within your own family. Don't bother us with it. Do not bother other people with that. You might as well shit your pants and then go shove that in everybody else's face. Getting your family crap on everybody else. A lot of people, Lonnie Evans said, are abused as kids. Sexually, physically, mentally, psychologically, whatever. Verbally. They don't use it as an excuse to fail and become low-life criminals such as yourselves. Only 0.1% of the population cannot keep up with everyone else and act in a dignified manner, a manner of class, respectful, in compliance with the law. They become violent offenders. He was one. He was abused as a kid. You know what he does now for a living? He's a criminologist and a professor at Seton Hall University. Teaches people about why the fuck would anyone do that to another person. Deprivation of food and shelter and basic human rights and needs is what opened this up to begin with. And I've said that over and over and over. So because I'm still sleeping in my car, and you have all you need, we found out about your little meeting. It made everybody sick at their stomach. They decided she can't live in Oklahoma anymore. So, anybody else have that kind of information? Any other victim have that, sir? You need to remember who it is you're talking to. They won't call you back. What he said is, I listened. A phone call is one person talks and the other one listens. Charles talks, I listen. I talk, he listens. Here's the thing. I've been listening to that sick little bitch talk every day, all day long, for over 7 years. He's not going to tell me anything I don't already know. But the problem is he's not listening to me. I said she's not to be broke anymore, period. I said he's not to contact her again. He is to comply with the law. He is not to invade her privacy anymore and use her body for his pretend love life soap opera. Because he can't get anything real. He's repulsive to women. Women don't like peeping toms. It's a fat turnoff for us. You're a fat, lazy turnoff. You're a pathetic little pussy coward. Picking on women and kids to feel tough. If you want to feel tough, go to a biker bar and beat up a biker man, a dude. Then you're tough. Otherwise, fuck you with your, I'm tough because I beat down women and children. Oh my God. Nope, you're a pussy. So the guy goes, I'm not going to call him. I don't waste my time on people that act like they don't understand me. I made it clear. He has to comply with the law and leave you alone. Period. That's it. And when he doesn't, I'll get more. And the more we get, the easier it'll be to get a conviction and a hell of a lot more restitution, won't it? I don't need to talk to him. Nor do you. I don't want to talk to you. I've said that for years. I moved twice and gone to great lengths to get the fuck away from you, not have any contact with you, no conflict, nothing. I don't like you. No one does. Everybody fucking hates you people. So we get stuff like your little meeting where y'all all decided. No one asked you what you think. And y'all forgot who you're talking to, and everybody laughed at you. Everybody was laughing at you. It sounded like a bunch of delusional whack jobs in a fucking nut house. Like we're in a mental institute. I mean, the guy was like, I didn't even know what to say to that. That guy has no grasp on reality. She fucking quotes those bitches every fucking day. She's got their names. They don't have anybody's name that's in her investigation. None. They won't return phone calls. You're not worthy. I'm in my car. Sleeping in my car, and you're trying to take that too. You call every day to have someone pull me over. Some cop somewhere. Catoosa, Jinx, Bixby, Broken Arrow, Tulsa. Which one will it be today? Several have complained about it. That guy's wacky, and that's a bad decision, and I'm not going to do it. And he was told, you may not have a choice. And he said, I always have a choice. I'm not going to sign my name to a whack job's bad decision. I'm not doing it. You want to do it? Be my guest. I'm a police officer. I'm not going to do it. I'm not the bitch of a sex weirdo. I'm better than that. Bye-bye. And he wouldn't do it. He would not do it. Another one said, Why is he doing this to her? Why is he harassing her like this? Because she helped Mike Neely in his murder trial, and they kept her from testifying, and he's a pussy and a coward. So, he's tampering with the witness. Okay, well, here's the thing. This is the girl that lost her butt trying to help a cop. So when she blows by here, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And the only way he could know when I was going to blow by is Mr. Perry's a hacker, and he can see where I am driving around. And call ahead and go, Officer XYZ, something, something. She's going to go by, 71st and Mingo. Pull her over when she does. And that one said, no, I'm going to the bathroom. She's helping a cop. He's an officer down in need of an assist, and she's giving the assist to her own detriment, and that's to be admired. I admire her for that. So when she blows by, I gotta pee. Sorry. Lucky complained about it. He lied to me. He calls me 50,000 times a day, telling me he wants to get her on harassment. That's a lie, because I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing him harassing her. First of all, she did move here to get away from him, so why is he even calling me at all? And she never calls. We know they're doing stuff to her car, tampering with her car. They drained the oil in Manfred. They fucking drained all the oil out of my car. And then the police officer's the one that won't call you back, called me one day and said, get up. He just, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I usually woke up about 3, he woke me up. Remember, I worked all night. He goes, get up. He just took the tail light out of your car. He wants you pulled over. He wants Lucky to pull you over. So, go check it. Nobody goes out to their car and checks their taillights. You just get in your car and you leave. At 1 o'clock, I go check my taillight. Sure as shit, it was out. So I went to Napa, right there in Manfred, and changed it. So there was no pullover. Same cop that won't call you back because he heard you talking about taking out my taillight to have me pulled over. I wrote the U.S. attorney a letter in 2015. He's trying to use local law enforcement to stalk and harass me. Because 2 cops came into my work at Sensations in August 2015 and said, he's called us and wanted to just find some way to arrest you. He's a bitch. He's a pussy, coward, little pathetic bitch. And that's not why we signed up to be police. So we came in here to warn you. Because we said no, he'll find some little bitch that'll do it for him. That'll be his little, be his little pussy bitch and pull you over. Yep. So what I'd like you to do is watch every fucking thing you do to make sure you're safe, okay? If it were up to us, we'd throw his ass in jail right now. So Lucky knew you were fucking with my car, right? Lucky knew it. And he said, he's claiming she's harassing him. Well, I'm not seeing that. What I'm seeing is someone who is harassing her. And he's just mad because he keeps getting caught. Hang on. So, I don't know how many different ways we can say the same fucking thing. We say it, and then we show you, we quote you. We say it, then we show you, we quote you. And those cops that are actually doing the work and getting what you just said in your little meeting and names of people involved in your criminal organization, I mean, this has not been a secret. Again, I'm repeating. Here's the thing is, we'll say it, it's in an email or a letter or some document, often on the docket, like a letter to the U.S. attorney is on the docket in 3 fucking lawsuits. He's using local law enforcement to harass me. He's using local law enforcement to harass me. I'm a victim of the crime of stalking, sir. 2 of them told me he wants me false arrested to watch my back. They warned me. That's what stimulated that letter. You know what? When you're traumatized, you forget shit. You just forget it. Your mind blocks it out. So when he did actually carry that thread out in January, when I got home, I forgot all about that letter. I'm filing the lawsuit and fucking forgot that letter. OneDrive, whatever, Microsoft OneDrive sends me an email and says, you're about to run out of space and you're going to have to pay for a subscription. Right now you got the free shit. So go in and delete stuff or buy the subscription. So I go into OneDrive and I'm about to delete shit. And I see that letter and I'm like, oh my God, I forgot all about this. This was a big deal. This was a big fucking deal. That's how bad I was traumatized. Because that's a big thing to forget. And I forgot all about it. Until I actually saw it. And then I was like, wow, that is because he was threatening false arrest specifically. And then he did it. You're threatening to starve me until I lie. And then you're trying to. You're just threats. Making threats. Witness tampering. Victim tampering. I have the right to victim's rights. So I assert that too. Equal protection, sir, is what the Constitution affords me. I have the right to protection of the laws in the state where I live against a stalker, a sex trafficker, a sex offender, and a cop killer. You're a cop killer, and I know you are. And here's the thing, I come from 4 generations of cops. I'm Chief Hall's granddaughter, by the way. Nice to meet you, criminal. You have not survived this one, have you? You don't know who I am, and you don't know who I know. You have no fucking idea. None of you do. They're not calling you back. He said here's the deal. I don't talk to people that don't understand me. It's a waste of my time. You know where my time has been spent very productively and successfully is getting that intel from the meeting yesterday. We all are wacky, and we're not paying attention to to reality. She's got more evidence of our crime than anybody else has. She's got our names. No one else has that. She's got our code words. Nobody else has that. She's got shit nobody else has. But we're going to make her leave the state because we think we can make those decisions. Recorded. We got it. I heard it. And there was 2 guys, or 2 or 3, or I don't know how many there were, that said it was like listening to some delusionals in a fucking funny farm, nut house. They didn't even make sense. None of them even made sense. A bunch of old farts in a nursing home with senile dementia or Alzheimer's or something, like they've forgotten she has what she has. So when I've had to repeat that U.S. attorney letter, Mr. Perry, and that you've made a threat, I'm going to starve you until you lie, which means I'm telling the truth, or you wouldn't need me to lie. You want me to sign an affidavit? That is a lie. It's your lie. It's not my statement. My statement's on the court docket already. 4 of them. My 3 civil suits and Michael Neely's case. You're trying to make me change my court testimony, and that is illegal. It is a violation of the RICO Act. You're going to prison. They won't call you back. He said, I said, comply with the law. Leave her alone. She's my witness. She's my witness and one of our victims. There's a bunch of them, and there's a lot of offenders. What day will he arrest you, pussy? I'm not going to change my story for you. I'll starve first. I know what it looks like on the other side. I'm not going to tell you what happened to me, but I know what heaven looks like. I'm totally ready to go. Heaven is a beautiful place where no one's trying to hurt you, and everything you need is everywhere. And people are just laughing and joking and having a nice time. And you can swim with the fish, and you don't have a body, so you just swim. There's no, you don't need oxygen. You don't need a scuba gear. You're just swimming with the fish. You just walk up and pet the animals. The lions don't try to eat your hand off. It is the perfect play. You feel a joy I can't even describe. I will freeze to death before I help you, because I know what's on the other side. I don't care. I'm not going to help you. I will not be your bitch. I'm too good for that. And you don't fit into my crowd. You don't even get close. You need to realize what you're dealing with. I think there's an episode of Burn Notice when he says there are some people that are not driven by greed and not driven by fear, and they're not weak. They're driven and motivated by whatever issue, whatever wrong they're trying to right. That's what drives them. It's a matter of principle. They're driven by principle. And for those people, you help or you get out of the way. Period. I'm not gonna bend over for you. I'm not pathetic, and I'm not a pussy, and I'm not a coward. I'm very brave. I'm very courageous. You know nobody who's done what I've done and suffered the losses I've suffered and kept right on going. Do you? You guys have been recorded. We've never had one with this much longevity. Yep, I'm Chief Hall's granddaughter. You don't know me. You just use my body for your little pretend love life. Your little pretend life, because you don't have a real life. You're not loved, you're not wanted, you're by yourself. People make fun of you because you're strange-o. You're a creepy guy. You're a rejected, failed turnoff that everybody is sick and tired of dealing with. An imposition and a burden. People are very offended at what you've done to me and Mike Neely. Very offended. Very sickened. Horrified. They're horrified by you. So we can get information like that, and you can't even get a phone call. You don't have even one name. We got Lucius, Bald Fat Calvin, Sanjay the Hacker, Geppetto the Witch, Blankenship Desiree, Beverly, Monique, the Muffin Man, James, Ruben, you thought were leaks. So yeah. There's that. Z, we don't have, I've never heard of recording with Z that I know of. That doesn't mean my guys don't tell me everything. I'm not told who your leaks are. I'm not told how the information comes to them, whether it be through a leak or a wiretap order of some sort of court order. I don't know. You ask me every day, is it Al? Is it Z? Is it your family? Is it your kids? No one cares about that, you horrible man. They care about the people you're hurting. You don't care about who you hurt or how bad you hurt them. How the fuck do you do that? How the hell do you do that? No one cares about how we found out. You fuck. You sick pussy coward fuck. Everybody hurts for your victims. You don't matter. So we can get information. You can't. Because no one understands what kind of monster doesn't give a fuck about the hurt he's making people feel day after day after day after day. All you want to know is who told on you? You're shitting us with that, right? Ugh. And so we can get information like names of people in your criminal organization and what you said in your last meeting. And you can't get shit. Not even a phone call. No one else cares about who told. Everyone is worried about my health, my safety, my well-being, because you're depriving me of my basic rights and needs. And this thing that you guys keep trying to push and push and push, go to a shelter, go to a shelter, go to a shelter, go to a shelter. We want to take our computer and our driver's license, and if we do it that way, it won't be linked to us, except you've talked about it and talked about it and talked about it, and pushed people to push me, and pushed people to push me, and pushed people to push me. It's everywhere. Everyone knows what you're trying to do. It's been said over and over and over and over and over, because you're making people hate you. Everybody's sick of you. No one cares how I found out. Everybody's upset with what you're putting me through. My guy said you don't fucking get to my time, because you don't listen and you don't understand what people say. You fucktard. Here's what people are worried about. Why is she sleeping in her car? That's why we're mad. That's why we got what you just said. Why isn't she in a hotel or an apartment? Because where she lives is none of your business. You claimed you weren't a stalker in court over and over and over. You claimed you're not coercing, and you are. And she's proving it. Leave her the fuck alone. You pay what you owe, you give back what you took, you fix what you broke, and you get the fuck out. Or we'll get more until you're arrested, and we'll get restitution. Just like that. Get it through the normal legal process. What day will he arrest you? What day will that be? We can also sue subsequently for whatever we didn't get in restitution. And that's just the way it is. That's a justice system, pussy. Quit acting like a girl. Grow up and act like a man your age. You fucked some people over, and everybody hates you for it. So we can get information like that, and you can't. And you need to get a grip on reality. You're making a fool of yourself. You're a buffoon. You have no chance of anything with me at all. You get anywhere near me, I'll beat the fuck out of you, which might be good. Maybe I'll man you up. Maybe you'll start acting like a man if I beat the hell out of you. Will ya? You pussy coward, nothing. Will ya? I don't go where you are, but if you come anywhere close to me, I'll beat the hell out of you. You won't live to tell about it. You won't. You better have a football helmet on and a nut cup. Or just don't come anywhere near me. Will it help? Will you act like a man if I beat the hell out of you? Because you're all girled up, and we're all sick of it. I know a lot of guys that are trans. They're the nicest people you can meet. Wouldn't hurt anybody on purpose. Well, I don't know what the hell happened to you. We know you're trans. We know you're gay. We know that. Remember, you got 40 cops investigating everything you do. But the thing is, and there's nothing wrong with that, but when it becomes crime causation, now there is. Now it's a problem for you. Now it's a big problem for you. So, bother somebody else with it. Don't bother me again. He said he has to comply with the law and not contact you again. And not invade your privacy again at all. None. What you drive, where you're staying, your money, it's your money. It isn't his money to take. It is not his money to take. You don't get to use my body for free, you fuck. You pussy. You fucking welfare pussy. You don't get to. I charge since you're doing it. I never consented to that. It's $1,000 a day for using my body for your pretend love life soap opera. Ridiculous. And $2,000 a day for doing it without my consent, and you are to cease and desist right now. And I've said that over and over and over, and I only say it once. If you can't keep up with me, you don't get to play in my sandbox. You don't fit into my crowd. Okay? Alright? We only need one to prove malicious aforethought, by the way. Yeah. So, we got all this. So he said, Mr. Perry is to comply with the law. I don't waste my time on people who are stupid and don't understand me. He clearly doesn't. He needs to get a special ed teacher or a nurse. My time is better spent getting stuff like this right here. When you had that conversation. Yep. All this right here, sir, is evidence in your criminal case. Yeah. What day will he arrest you, David, Calvin, Lucius? Everybody fucking hates y'all, so we can get stuff like that, and you can't. There's all this stuff here on this one, too. Charles, do not contact me. I do not like it. Charles, do not contact me. I fucking hate it. Charles, he said, do not contact her again or we'll get more. And the more we get, the easier it is for a conviction and a whole lot more restitution. Don't fucking contact me. I fucking hate it, you pussy coward. You're rejected. You're not loved. You're not wanted. You're told on. And told on, and told on, and told on. And we find out people's names who work for you. You're bitches. We find out, sir, every time you want to have me pulled over. Who's it going to be tonight? Is it going to be Tulsa? Is it going to be Broken Arrow? Is it going to be Bixby? Is it going to be Jinx? Is it going to be Catoosa? Which one are you going to have me pulled over by today? Huh? A lot of them don't want to do it. Witness tampering by pullover. Targeting me. Come on. And all of this that we've got all this. These are your code words. Somebody said that I don't think Mr. Perry understands what a significant thing it is that she has our code words. He doesn't have a grasp on reality. He's a delusional Looney Tooney. Yeah, they didn't have anything real. There's no date. There's no text. She's not saying, oh, baby. She's saying, get the fuck off me, rapist. So every time you contact me, we get more. Every penny you take, we get more. Every minute you use my body for your little pretend soap opera, we get more. It pisses everybody off. Every day I'm broke. Every day Michael Neely is in jail, we get more. And the more we get, the easier it will be to get a conviction and a whole lot of restitution. And what I can't get in a restitution, I can get in a subsequent civil suit. And this is notice, you're going to be sued again. All of you. Every single one of you are going to be sued again. All right, those judges you won't be able to buy. Take him duck hunting like you did Judge Cummings. He has no reasons given in his denials. The Supreme Court said a court is not to make a decision on a whim. It's supposed to be well thought out. There's no research. There's no case law. There's no reasoning out why he made the decision he made. You know, Judge Jane. The one judge that I was able to argue in front of and she denied your motion to dismiss gave a 12-page reason for her decisions and cited case law. I didn't agree with the whole thing. I agreed with that. I said, don't contact me, Mr. Perry, or we'll get more. I don't like you. I don't want to hear it. I don't want a fucking thing to do with you. Do not contact me again. Get out of my phone. He types in my phone, and when I say stop, a lot of times he will. Not always, but sometimes. Because he knows I'm doing the podcast right now, which, by the way, is recorded. It's not live. And he knows that because he's a little peeping Tom, pathetic. Right? And a hacker. Illegal surveillance. You're using my body for your pretend world. It's disgusting, you pussy. You're a pussy coward. Why don't you come try to talk to me and I'll beat the hell out of you. Maybe it'll man you up. All this stuff. We got witness statements. We got all of this every day I'm broke. Every day Mike is in jail. Every day, every contact Mr. Perry makes, every minute my privacy is violated. We get more and more and more, and nobody has as much as we have. My guy's like, that's how my time is spent. It's been very, very... I got all that because I don't let people waste my time. Before we talk to somebody, even that girl at Lady Godiva's, when I said, here's what she said to me, maybe you should have somebody go talk to her. First, they checked her out, inside, outside, backward, forward. They know everything she did for a while before he went and talked to her. He had to make sure he could trust her. So, when we say, we'll get in trust, we'll get in touch, first, there's a process of making sure that person can be trusted. We don't have leagues. Y'all don't have one name. It's been 10 years now. There's a whole lot of you. It's taken a while. And a whole lot of victims. And a whole lot of jurisdictions. Were you discussing Switzerland yesterday, we heard? Maybe it's Switzerland. We heard you. Every time you contact me, we get more. Every day I'm broke, we get more. Every day Mike Neely's in jail, we get more. Every time you cause a problem for me, Mr. Perry, I don't want your contact. I don't like you. I don't want to hear it. Don't fucking contact me. I fucking hate it. That's why we get more. Learn to understand what people say, retard. Are you retarded, man? Our shrink says you are, but you're mentally retarded. Are you? Why didn't you act your age? Fucking act your age. Don't contact me. I fucking hate it. Don't contact me. I fucking hate it. Don't contact me. I fucking hate it. Are you unable to understand what that means? Why am I having to repeat myself all the time? Get some pills, Alzheimer's. Okay, so it's embarrassing. You embarrassed the hell out of me with this. So I say it once, or you don't fit into my crowd. One time. I work with a lot of powerful people, Mr. Perry. We don't have time for repeating. That's another reason you're not getting a call back. I don't have time to repeat myself. You can't understand me. My time is spent here, getting all that. From Mr. Perry to her. And to some other people involved. 12 reporters. Some are not in the U.S. So, Judge Cummings, all his to say, deny. I wasn't in any hearings with him. I've never met the guy. Never been in his courtroom. They went duck hunting and bought that judge. This judge that's giving them investigatory orders, sir, you're not buying him. You're not going to buy him. These cops that are helping me, they know where you are. They've talked to you. They're undercovers. You've talked to them. If they wanted to take your bribe, they'd asked you. You're not getting a phone call back, sir. Nobody will call you back. Because you don't matter, I do. And I said that to you 6 years ago, 7 years ago. Here's the thing, you stupid son of a bitch. I had the McNamara email and I had the Fabian puzzle already, and you knew that. I said, you've gotten away with hurting people, devastating, ruining, killing, stealing, destroying people's lives all your life, and you hit it and you got away with it. But not this time. Watch this. And now we got all that. Because you're stupid and delusional. When you contact me, we get more because I hate it. I fucking hate it. And then everybody gets pissed off. He's still bothering her. He's still bothering her. She's still broke. Why is she in her car? Why is she sleeping in her car? Everybody get to work. Let's get more. Here's more. We get information coming in like a motherfucker. Mike's still in jail. Why is that? He's still invading her privacy. Why is that? And so yesterday, you talked about it being Switzerland. Yesterday, you talked about, we've all decided she can't live in Oklahoma anymore. A grown-ass woman thinking circles around us, getting all this crap right here nobody else has. We've decided she can't live in Oklahoma anymore. And people laughed at you. They laughed at you. What a bunch of little old mentally ill, slow, Fucktards. They were laughing at you. So there's that.
Don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to, but even when they're not. Unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior, and you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public, it doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me.